Asia Rocks One. Proudly presents.
Tagging is the purest form of graffiti and historically the essence of being a writer. In 2022, there are many artists that claim to be a writer. However, there are many people that can paint, piece, but can't write their name. Tagging is an art form, and many people just sign like a signature or a symbol. Tags should be a stylized version of your name. Going back to the 80s where I first started, the evolution of tagging is actually quite remarkable. The amount of different styles there are is so versatile. Whether it's flared, whether it's tight, compact, whether it's loose, angled, and obviously as it's used for tagging or bombing, it needs to be written quite quickly. So the practice or the repetition is something that is needed in order to gain a good control over writing your name. In fact, I remember a chat in the documentary Star Wars where Scheme is talking to his mother and she's complaining that he always sits on the telephone writing his name. It was called doodling. Anyway, he then said to his mother, "You sit on the phone doodling." It seems quite a childish argument. However, that's what he needed to do in order to get this style. Anything that we repetitively do is going to improve the quality of whatever we do. It's the same with writing. Personally, because I'm from back in the day, I think a nice stylized tag says everything about you as a writer. You can see the amount of effort and time that people have put into perfecting their tag. I think since the number of graffiti artists or writers or street artists have increased over perhaps the last 15 years, what we can see is that people are replacing letters by symbols, stencils, characters, things that are easily recognizable by the public. However, this is a problem because they still label themselves as writers. That's not the case. The beauty of a well-written tag or word in tagging style, I'd say, is very enjoyable. Flow, structure, and composition. That's what it takes to write a good tag. Marker pens, scribers, spray cans. It doesn't matter what you'll write your name with. In fact, the more of a variety that we have in order to write our names, the more varied styles we should have with our own tag. This will help to make the tag look good. Not everybody can always do a perfect tag. You know, myself, I'm okay. I'm just okay. If you give me a biro and a pencil, I can write my tag and it looks great. Sometimes with paint, it doesn't look as great. It varies.
It's for me and other graffiti writers that we can read it.
It's much better to see a simple, nice, clean tag, rather than a poor attempt at a stylized one. You see, when I first started off, I would fill up black book after black book with tags. Because when you get on a wall, it's a completely different game. Those of you guys who have been bombing know exactly what I'm talking about. This is not something a new graffiti artist is going to be doing at all.
Being from the UK old school, certain values were put onto writing your name. It was always a masculine, competitive thing, pretty much like the origins from New York. Internationally, however, I found that a tag isn't as important. Many people have got no hand styles and yet they can paint some relatively decent walls. However different, perhaps some things to consider is how much time have you spent trying to write your tag, trying to learn how to tag. Flow is more important than anything. You only develop flow and style by practicing. Going back into the origins of this art form, first you start with a tag, then a stylized tag, then a throw up, then a quick silver piece, then a full piece. If you don't follow this path laid out, then how can you be a master of everything? You must take part in all aspects in order to achieve the goal. If you can piece and make a beautiful wall but you can't write your name, it catches you out. I've spent so many nights around town bombing, just hitting everything. There's nothing more special than going around town with 20, 30 other people just hitting it everywhere. Having a national bombing day is something that we did back home, where many writers would gather and just walk around the city, mainly in the city centre and into neighbourhoods, and just destroy. I feel fortunate to have come up in a time when tagging was more important than it is now. I think it was a very valuable thing. Learning about which inks to use, learning about which pens, making mistakes like putting spray pen into a marker to try to, leave a better mark. However, the marker's dried up. Experimenting, mixing colours, mixing citadel paints, what scribes work, what scribes don't work, which one cuts deeper. Upon consideration, there are elements which will help to defend people who do not participate in tagging or bombing. And that is, back in the days, security cameras were not an issue. Simply, you could go around wherever you wanted to and, hit wherever you wanted to. And if people saw you, the only way they could report you to the police is by going to a telephone box. Most people didn't care. But now, people have smartphones that can record a video and hand that over to the police and there's evidence against you. So the risk is much greater these days, and that's for sure. So I want to say thank you to Rust, awesome hand styles, go and check his channel out. Also, Subarubus, Win3, Odsa, Stains in Dubai, Ties in Vietnam, Slain in Russia, Daiso in Singapore, Raze in Poland, Normie in Germany, Q back in the UK. I want to say thanks to you guys for dropping a video and helping me to create this video. So yeah, what's your opinions about tagging? Do you like it? Do you not like it? How much have you done? Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know. Also, hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already.